Someone challenged me. Someone challenged me. Me. Someone challenged me on YouTube. They left a comment challenging me. Uh, Hello? Are they out of their mind or what? Welcome back, Grasshopper. Let's get into it. Someone challenged me on YouTube. They said, on one of my posts, they said, I just turned 34 and I want to get in better shape. I challenge you to be your best. Now, when it comes to challenges on YouTube, do know I get them a lot and it doesn't really faze me. It is what it is, man. I know the type of content I create and that's just what it is. But to the homie challenging me to become my best, I greatly I appreciate you, brother. You know, from the bottom of my heart, like when I read that, it just sparked something in me. I was like, yeah, and sometimes, of course, I need a challenge, and I would love to be my best, all right? Now, in the background, Chinese lion head here. This is one of the practice heads that we use right now for you, my loyal subscriber. You've been seeing a little change within the content. You can see I've been introducing a lot of lion dancing. This is where my heart is leading me. Okay, the year is 2023. For me to be my best right now, the calling for me, all right, is just to become the best, of course, father, partner, lover, father, again, now YouTuber. I wouldn't say the best YouTuber, but just the best at giving out the information and knowledge that I learned from my life. And then becoming the best lion dance performer that I can become. Now, for those of you who have been following me, you, my loyal Grasshopper subscriber, modern day warrior, fellow martial artists, you guys have seen just the wave of my evolution and growth. It's been going so crazy from TikTok to YouTube, or TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, literally just like boxing workouts out of park to mixing in, bringing back my kicks, body weight training. I moved to a bigger place. I got my own yard. I can film workouts all day. Then from there, just getting myself to the best place that I could possibly see at the moment. Line dancing came into my life. My daughter and I are bonding over that. The relationships in my life are growing and they're getting stronger. I mean, this is your golden nugget from this video, okay? Like I said, I just gave you what my goals are for becoming my best, okay? And the golden nugget for you is this. Just do your best at what you're doing with what you have, with what's in front of you. A lot of times you try to think yourself out of your current situation. And many times I've realized in my life, with all of my life experiences, that you never really had to change anything. You just have to do your best with everything that's directly in front of you. Once you take responsibility for your life and understand every problem that you have currently in your life was created by you, when you take responsibility for that, you can then change it. All you gotta do is just change your attitude towards your daily actions. Everything that you're doing, do it to the best of your ability. When I wake up, I make sure I open my eyes with the best of my ability. When I step on the floor, I make sure I put 100% positive energy towards that first step in my day. I don't try to get up and, I'm tired. Dude, I could have passed away while I was sleeping. Now that I open my eyes, even though I have some problems here, and everybody has problems, and when you're trying to grow and evolve and get stronger, there's gonna be challenges. And I could be super like, oh, I'm hurt today. I trained really hard. Nah, nah, nah. But instead, once my eyes open, it's just like, dude, it's another day. It's another day for me to show myself why I feel I'm the best of the best. Now, same thing for you. My son waving at me. He just woke up. Same thing for you. When it comes down to it, do the best with what you have, with what's in front of you. My life on social media has unraveled so much. Like, things have jumped in such a crazy pace. And you guys are seeing that. All I'm doing is just giving my best effort with what I have. We moved. We didn't really have any more time for me to go to UFC gym. Still got it done. I got a backyard. I'm still shadowboxing. I was still jumping rope. And like now I was just, it was getting kind of stagnant. Some of you know, like the workouts will always be the same. Jumping rope, shadowboxing, maybe some heavy bag here and there. But there was a point for me where I kind of was at this point and I knew there was another level. There was another place for me to express this martial arts energy and athleticism and my wisdom, my power, my strength. Lion dancing, boom, that popped out of nowhere. Now I'm trying to give my best to that. Now, for you, to the homie that told me, he wants to get in shape and be his best, the one that challenged me, and for all of you out there, this is the nugget. I've dropped it before. Understand, I'm not trying to scare you, but you're gonna die, bro. Your life here, your time here on this earth is finite, and you do not know when it's gonna be over. You don't. And a lot of times in this day and age, I see it. A lot of guys are grinding. I did the same thing, but I didn't do it. There was points where I would grind, and I was just like, I would have to catch myself, and I would have to think, if I was already at my goal, being the person that I'm trying to work hard to become, how would he deal with this current situation? Once I kind of figured that out, things rapidly progressed for me. And this is just the hidden secret nugget that I want to pass to you in this video. Visualize your highest self. There's gonna, as the modern day warrior, martial artist, you could be fitness, real estate agent, whatever. You're gonna do a lot of time visualizing. So just portion out a day, 10 to 15 minutes where you're just sitting down with your eyes closed, visualizing. I wouldn't say the next steps, but just try to visualize yourself at your highest, your grandest self. Okay? Try to pinpoint all that you can. Sometimes it's hard to visualize everything, but just try to grab what you can. For me, there was a time when I visualized and I was trying to find the next step. Obviously, I had a comb over. I could see it. My mustache was out. I was lean. I was throwing kicks. I wore these short shorts. I was working out outside. I had this little martial arts groove going on. He was doing YouTube. That's all I could see, and I just acted upon that. Now, that's what you got to do. Visualize this grand version of you. Try to pick whatever you can. A lot of it, the best ones are the physical traits, obviously, because you can work on that. You can go get a tattoo. Oh, my grandest version of myself has this tattoo. Go get the tattoo. Oh, he has like abs. Okay, go work on your abs. All this stuff. Oh, he has a certain type of haircut. Go cut your hair. Oh, he wears a certain kind of clothes. Go wear that. Go buy that clothes. Go wear it. Okay? The more and more you get this grand vision and you shape it now back in your reality, the more you're just going to become it. There would be no reason for you to grind and try hard. Like I said, you're going to just be living as this grandest version of you. And like I said, this is the one that kind of trips people up that they don't understand. You know, when you sit and visualize, you try to plan for the future, understand that visualization, you having ideas, planning for the future, is a concept. Even when you get knowledges, golden nuggets from me from these videos, when I speak it to you, when it transfers in your brain, all it is a concept. When you visualize, you get something like an epiphany in your head. Those are concepts. When you're living day to day, applying these concepts, they're no longer concepts. You're being it. And this is what we're all trying to do. We are human beings. We are a species that are being something. We're not just trying to sit and think and conceptualize it. All right? So, that's what I mean. When you're visualizing your highest self, you're thinking, okay, he drives this Porsche, he lives in this mansion, he has this career, he does this, he does that. You just have concepts. You're still just daydreaming. my son is giving me sign language over here on the side. You're still just daydreaming. Once you start living out this grand vision in the moment, guess what? You're being it. You're being it. All the life lessons that you need to learn will come to you in that moment. You gotta just be. Now, for you to implement this concept of visualizing and then just being your best self in the moment, this is where you're gonna have to be extremely honest. Like for me, like I said, when I visualize myself now with the new ambitions that I have, I can see myself just being the best line dance performer that I can be. I'm not trying to be the best. I'm just trying to express the best way that I can while I'm doing line dance. I'm just trying to express the best physicalities that I can through line dancing, all right? Now, when I visualize that, I visualize the type of home I'm in, the cars that I'm driving, the career that I have, the hobbies that I have, the way that I speak, the way that I think, the way that I deal with haters, the way that I deal with my negative emotions. I'm visualizing all of this. And then when I'm done with my visualization, I open my eyes to my reality and I create it here. When I'm washing the dishes and I get irritated, sometimes I gotta stop and think, okay, the Ches that I see in my grandest vision, what are his thoughts while he's washing the dishes? As soon as I catch that, what are his thoughts? How is he washing the dishes? I change it right at that moment. Same thing. I'm not really in the house that I want to be in. I have goals of where I want to live, but instead of just trying to always having this desire of, oh, I want to live here, I want to live here, I'm going to be extremely grateful for where I am at in the present moment. So what I'm going to do is, the guy that lives in that house, the Ches that lives there, how would he rearrange the house that he's in? No, just move things around. Same thing. The Ches that's performing at his best with line dancing, how does he train for that? So I just do that now, where I'm at, with what I have. Same thing for you. This is where I get all my concepts with my dieting. The best Ches that I know that, always has abundant energy, very flexible, strong, fast, quick, conditioned, lots of endurance. He rarely eats because he doesn't really have time. He's just always on the go, working out or filming videos, tending to other business stuff, hanging out with family. 2 meals a day, and he just keeps it simple. That way he doesn't have to spend too much mental energy on like, oh, I want to eat here, oh, I got to fight this craving. No, this is what I eat to fuel my life, line dancing, YouTubing, being a father, being a loving partner. Period. I have more time to think about other things that I'm going to rearrange in my life so I can live my best life. Same for you. If you want to be in your head, you see like you being the best Muay Thai fighter, but you're overweight, you're not strong at all, you've never done Muay Thai, just think, this grand version of you, this Muay Thai superstar, what is he eating? How is he training? How does he feel? And just run on that. Then when you open your eyes, you're gonna be like, okay, I see this guy, he's in shape, this and that, da 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 da, but I see that I'm overweight. Ask yourself, okay, that guy in that vision, what would he be doing right now in this moment? What would he be doing right now in this moment? Okay, he'd probably go for like a 2 mile run. Go on that 2 mile run. Okay, after that 2 mile run, he wouldn't eat all these snacks. He would probably throw it away and just start eating these certain foods. Follow it step by step. Bring that highest vision of you into the now moment. Because like I said, a lot of guys will grind and grind and grind and never ever get there. You don't know when you're going to pass away, dude. So it's best that you find this grand vision of you. You visualize it. Then you bring it here in this moment. So this way, your day-to-day actions, you're consciously using the thoughts and the thinking patterns of your highest self in this moment. Your highest self in that vision doesn't really care too much about the looks, the house, the car, because that person, that highest version of you, thinks a certain way. That's why that highest version of you has that setting. That setting was only created because of the thoughts that that person is thinking. So, if you can kind of tap into what that highest version of you is thinking and bring them here, everything around you should follow suit. It's an extremely complicated concept, but it's not. Okay? I learned this one. I was just talking to one of the homies on Instagram. I learned this one from watching Floyd Mayweather. I was a Floyd Mayweather fan for a while. And I noticed a lot of guys, I mean, they do train hard and they train just as hard as him. What was the difference? Every time when, like, if I were to bet on a fight, I can kind of tell who's going to win by watching the training camps. As Ali said, the champions are made way before they enter the lights. I watched the training camps. Fortunately, Mayweather would have his 24/7 at HBO, document the whole thing. And I could see these guys were training extremely hard. Okay? Some of them putting in probably just as much hours as Mayweather, just not at the same times. Mayweather had like a crazy schedule. But in those times they were training, they were always struggling. Like grinding hard. They would spend 4 to 5 hours hitting mitts, hitting the bag, running, grinding, and it would just be a grind, almost like resentful and like suffering. Then when you watch Mayweather's training camp, he was just chewing bubble gum, listening to music, laughing, playing. The mindset that was shaped. One guy was trying. One guy just was. He just was. He knew he was the best. And I was explaining to the homie on Instagram, obviously my social media presence is built on training videos. I know what I am. When you guys see me jump this rope and shadow box, you guys are watching a little bit of greatness. I'm not just training. I'm expressing the best parts of me. That's why a lot of you catch on to it. Like, oh, I like your movements. I like the way you jump rope. I know. Because when I watch it over, it's like I stand outside of myself and I don't even believe what I'm watching. You guys are watching. I'm not grinding. I'm not struggling. I'm not resentful towards the work I'm putting in. In those clips of me jumping rope, shadowboxing, that is me at my highest. Just being the best. Just being the best. I'm not like making faces. Yeah, I grind. What you're seeing is just a piece of greatness, man. And this is where you gotta get. I know appearances and this physical reality will dim your light to this fact. But you gotta get the mindset first. Shape the vision of your highest self. And once you kind of shape the vision, you can kind of capture his thoughts, his or her thoughts. Once you get the thoughts of what your highest self is thinking, his energy, his or her demeanor, once you open your eyes, bring those internal attributes into this now moment, and everything will shift. Ches, I'm a pro. In my vision, I'm a pro MMA fighter, and that's my full time job. But yet, I have a job. What do I do? That grand vision. Grab those internal attributes: how he thinks, how he speaks, how she commands herself when people are being haters. Take that person, bring them to your job. Eventually, things will shuffle into place because you're essentially being what it is you want to be. And the setting has to change. It has to, because you're moving about differently in the world. You're no longer just like trying to be something, you're being it. And in turn, because internally you're being this highest version of you, you're gonna make different choices which will shake you out of your current situation. I really hope that one right there nailed it on the head. Same thing, dude. All I could do was just jump rope, improve on my kicks, shadow box, make more YouTube videos, try to get better at the editing, try to get better at simplifying my wisdom and my information. I couldn't really see nothing else. I wanted another way that I could express this martial arts energy, another avenue to where I could connect with people. I got a lion head on my display case. I made that video from cardboard box, literally. And then my daughter was like, she enjoyed the cardboard boxes. We moved, and then what I did was I got Sharpies and I drew the eyes. I cut a hole and I made a mouth. And just so happily this happened. All I ever did was just did my best. Every day I find the internal attributes. How is this highest version of Ches moving about in the world? When he's working out, what is his thoughts? What is his energy? When he's working out with other people, how is he inspiring them? How does he make them feel? And I just do that now. And poof! Please, excuse me, the camera keeps cutting out, but as I was saying, the better and better I am at just being my best in every moment of my life, more and more responsibilities come my way. I wouldn't say responsibilities. More and more opportunities come my way, and from here I can just kind of pick and choose where I would see myself best to impact the greatest amount of people, right? So those are my kind of goals for this year, just to grow everything, and for me to be at my best really would just to improve more on the cardio so I can lion dance a little harder, longer, um, continue to increase my flexibility for the kicks with the shadow boxing videos, do more heavy bag videos. I mean, I'm giving you guys little details, man. I mean, just grow whatever. We're probably going to move again sometime this year. And with that, I also challenge you. Put below in the comments what you're going to do to become your best. And I'll try and read most of it. And I will try to hold you to it. And like I said, someone challenged me. Now I'm challenging you. Let's just all become better. Be better human beings, better martial artists, better fathers, lovers. If you're a wife, girlfriend, sister, mother, just try to be the best that we can be. This way, the world can just become a better place, one person at a time, one warrior at a time, one heart at a time, all right? And until next time, always remember, train hard and be kind. Let's go.